I'm good. How are you?
God,
I wouldn't have missed this one for the world. You told us we have to be on it, so
you guys. I'm
She is a
excited.
boss.
that's all right.
I feel like a lot of them lately, everybody is going to free plus ship offer, or they're doing the quiz, or they're just running straight to PDP. And I saw this one and I was like, "Oh, this is a little different. This will be exciting." Um and I didn't even get an ad for it. I was just well, you know how I am about technical. So I watch all of his Instagram stories and he had like on his private jet or whatever these supplements laid out on his little um table, and I was like, oh, like that's definitely not a sponsored post, but that's definitely like they're doing something together. And so then I went deep diving and found their stuff, and Eric and I were geeking back and forth about it, so let's get into it. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. All right, how do I every time that I share on
You
school, I'm
pumped this one up so much last week, I couldn't miss it. I'm excited to see what you got.
you guys, I'm so excited. Okay. So the company name is Cymbiotika, and they're these little pouches of liquid supplements. Whether or not the product is great, who knows? But so I went through and I was like, okay, let's start with like Googling their name, seeing if I can get an Instagram ad to come across my feed, everything like that. And this is the one um that I had show up, which is buy one, get one free. And but it's also sending me to Target. So I thought that was really cool because you don't see a lot of that. It's usually like free shipping, like we talked about, or sending straight to a product page or something. So it's like, okay, buy one, get one free. Like what does that look like? Um, and then I saw it late October. So they have it here. They have other ones that they're running like straight to their store, everything like that. But since then, one of the things that I wanted to point out is so that one said buy one get one free. It's very like distinct with the person holding it up to the sky, and now they're running since today, running new versions of that. So this one is try a packet on us for a happier gut and claim the offer. And then this one is one sample packet on us. I just wanted to point that out because, like, as we go through, there one of the things that works really well when we're running ads to an offer that is converting or is getting really good CPAs, ROAS, whatever the metric that we're following for that specific thing, we want to keep testing whatever the ad creative is. So they're probably going to run this like same very similar ad creative, and they're just swapping out the copy on there. The other thing that they could do is try like to keep the copy and then swap out the imagery. So it's just like always really neat to see like, okay, they're testing, they're trying to figure out is this working, what works well, what can they get to, take off in addition to their other stuff that they have running, right? So as you go through, when you click on it, it takes you to oh, I already had it open and everything too. It takes you to this page. Super simple landing page where you just put in your information and submit, and it lets you know what you have to do in order to get your free packet. You put in your phone number and email. You buy any two packets in store at Target, and then you text a receipt, text us a photo of your receipt, and you'll reimburse for the cost via Venmo or PayPal. One of the really cool things that I like about this is they're not doing all the upfront work to send you a free bottle or a free packet of 30 or something. Theirs is obviously going to be different because they have a different structure. You can't just send out one supplement pill or something if if you've got a bottle of pills. But so that this kind of works well for their model. They're asking you to buy it up front, and then they're going to then reimburse you. And as we know, we're going to get people who are going to convert on number 1. And then as we go through, we'll have a lot less people who convert on the second one, and then a lot less people who will convert on the third one. So even if I just put in my phone number and email, I will get their text messages, I will get their emails, I'll be on their list, and then they'll get people to convert without ever having to go into the store, because they do have the in-store option at Target, but they also have their online option. So just a lead gen campaign like this, they're automatically getting you in and on their list. And especially on a time like this where it's like, I know that they're going to have a Black Friday sale. So if I'm on their list, they're going to keep emailing me. I can be like, "Oh, what else are they going to be doing?" As they got less people who convert, you are going to have people who get into the store and who like, "Oh, like get 2 packets. That's super exciting." They'll purchase it, but they might forget to get a receipt at the store. They might forget to take a picture. And so even those that do convert in store and try out their product, they might not have to send back that reimbursement. And in store for 1 packet is $2.69. So if I'm buying 1, I'm buying 2 at $5, and then they're going to reimburse $2.69. It's not a huge lift on their end to be able to reimburse us that, right? And then as we go through, then like say I'm on their list, I don't buy in, or even say I do buy at Target, I do get my reimbursed my $2.69. I'm already on their list. I can go through and get all of these offers that they're going to have. I'll be on their Black Friday sale. I can come up here and take the quiz, which they also run ads towards. So it's not just this one offer they're running ads towards. And there's just a lot more ways for me to come into their ecosphere. But um, but I really wanted to also like to go over like the way that they take it after this page, which Eric's still on here, right? Yes, no? Did he hop off? Okay, well, maybe he's having internet trouble, which is fine. Let me see if I can get this to pop up real quick. Okay, you guys, we're gonna switch what I'm sharing. How do I do that? Hold, please. Okay, well, that's gonna share us as well. Okay. All right, you'll just see all my notes and that's fine. Okay, so I went through the funnel. This is kind of like when I'm going through and trying to take notes. I went through the funnel, grabbed the links that I was like, "Oh, we're going to definitely want that." Grabbed my screenshots of my thing. And then this is what you get right when you sign up. So like you're into the loyalty program, which we've talked about before, like the wording choices that you use is going to have a big impact. So if we're just like, "Hey, you're in for the BOGO deal," people are just going to be like, "Okay, whatever." But like for this in-store loyalty program is exciting, and then it reiterates how you can go through that loyalty, and then also letting you know, "Hey, we're doing Venmo, but if you prefer PayPal," just another touch point to let you know, "Hey, we're gonna do PayPal. Do you wanna come into the world via PayPal?" "Oh, Eric, you're back. Let me stop sharing." Did that work? No, that didn't work. Oh my goodness, you guys. School is one of those things that, I'm still learning a little bit. So, um yeah, Eric. Okay, so I was showing the screenshots that I took from the text messages, but I would love if you would like chat through their emails that they have going on, their communications and everything, and just kind of like what is cool on that end of the world.
Yeah. So funny enough, I didn't get a whole lot of their emails. I don't think I got any of their emails actually. But the SMS is what I was the most impressed about. I made a joke with Melissa this morning that I went to Target the other day and I actually forgot to get my stuff to get them. and I very rarely go to Target, so it was I'll have to go back and get them. But it was I went there to get them, and as like most people do, you go there for a purpose and then walk out of Target with anything but what you got.
Yep.
But as she was pointing out, let's see if I can share my screen. My computer was exploding, that's why I disappeared for a second.
Oh, technology is the greatest until it's not.
Yes. All right. I just requested share. Just requested share.
Oh, shoot. Give me 2 seconds to figure that out again.
No, you're good.
But also, I've gotten emails, so that's, the interesting that you've gotten more SMS than emails. Okay, I clicked allow screen sharing. Fingers are
Okay.
crossed, everybody.
Cool. Got it. Perfect. So this is probably not any different than what Melissa was just showing you. Because yeah, I just double checked just to make sure all I got was the confirm your subscription from them. So, but I was super impressed with the SMS aspect. Melissa didn't even tell me what the offer was before. I just she said sign up for this, and I went for it. So just again, like driving people. I know not everybody is a brick and mortar fan. I'm a brick and mortar junkie. I come from grocery retail, so I think it's really cool to see the e-com and the brick and mortar collaborate there. And then again, how she said, just that extra touch point of it's a reminder of would you prefer PayPal versus Venmo. So you're getting into the inbox and as a into their their inbox or their SMS inbox, anyways, without having to be pushy. You're reminding them of the actual of their monetary value versus of what Symbiotika is getting out of it. Because typically we know that when we're pushing an offer, at least we're a little bit biased, and we know that it's a reminder to buy things. This is a reminder to get your money. So I didn't, and going back and looking at it, I see I still have about a week to take advantage. So I just need to make another trip back. But and I'm sure I've been looking a little bit more too. That I'll get a few more reminders from them about this too. And then maybe I just need to go back in and resubscribe to email in order to get their emails. But I think the most impressive part, like usually I'm pretty email forward. It's just the SMS aspect of here's the deal, and then here's reminders, and just highlighting the value versus highlighting what Symbiotika is getting out of it, which is usually a sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also kinda like that they put a time limit on it, because then it adds in that urgency, whether or not they'll still honor it if you were to purchase it after the 13th. Um, some companies will, and some companies will be like, "No, we told you." But, like, adding that urgency right away in the first text message is just a great way for them to be like, "Yeah, actually, we are doing that." But let me, share the email that I got from them. So I got a couple emails from them. One for the Black Friday, uh, pre-sale offer I think that they have going on, and then I've got I was clicking around on their site, so I got a what is that, Safed op, where they're like, "Hey, like you were checking stuff out. Don't leave without your cart." But so this is like they're already prepping for Black Friday, letting me know that I'm on the list just because I haven't purchased anything yet. I have engaged, so I'm an engaged non-buyer. And I went through their offer, and I was able to click around their website. So they do have, that those flows that are set up. I think it's a pretty good email. I think that they've also probably either used AI for some of their images, or they just have really bad quality on some of their images. So there is that. But one of the things that's like as we're going through, one of the things that we always talk about is like how can we implement this? And for most supplement brands, it might not be the way to go. One of the brands that we do, they are not a supplement brand, but they are a tween and teen period brand, and they are in Ulta. And so I'm just like, okay, like how can I put something like this together that gets people in store? And a lot of these partnerships, when they're in store at a brick and mortar, it's like that proof of concept. Like, if you can sell your product in the store, then they'll continue to, you know, ha sell your product in store. The more you sell, the more that they'll keep you in on the shelves. And so it's a great way for them to be, like, sending their online traffic in store and then being able to still get them through their website online. So, a little bit different, but
Well,
what do you guys thought? Did I oversell it, or was it pretty cool?
it was cool for me. I just switched Target to Amazon, and the whole thing works great,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'm always trying to drive velocity on Amazon. So, and I'm not interested in going to Target.
Yeah.
I'm in e-commerce for a reason. I'm not wanting to be a brick and mortar uh, guy. I'm trying to be an e-commerce provider and keep my life simple. So right away, as soon as I saw the call to action was to Target, I was like, oh, that just be Amazon for me. And there's all kinds of ideas I can run with. You know, go
Mhm.
buy this on Amazon, and I'll do fill in the blank. Give you a free bottle of this, samples of this. There's all kinds of ideas, and so ads that would drive a bunch of buyers to Amazon are highly useful to me. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, and collecting their email on the front end so that you can still target them on the back end with your emails, whether that's to the Amazon offer still or other offers.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So building up the Amazon list. One quick question: we just had this discussion in our meeting this morning about emails, and the difference between plain text emails, they're just dead simple and have worked forever and get into inboxes. And the one you just showed us is just highly graphical, right? This whole thing is a one big graphic from top to bottom. Um, and we're trying to keep ours more story based, short, punchy sentences, telling stories, sharing testimonials, that type of thing, with a limited amount of graphics so that we get into inboxes. So I just wondered, you did seem to like that email other than some of those AI graphics, but what do you think about this issue of, I feel like large file graphical emails um, just are less likely to be opened or not, put in spam folders and whatnot.
I think Eric can definitely talk through that because I think we send a good mixture of both. I am not good at that. I do not like to open my email. I do not like to read emails. So, like, from a consumer standpoint, I'm just like, "Oh, this is a really cool page." But, like, in regards to, like, deliverability and open rate and stuff like that, Eric, do you wanna chat through that a little?
Yes. So first off, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me because my computer. Okay, sweet. I see myself freezing, but I have my camera off, so I'm like, oh, how far is my lag?
Yeah. And he just dropped off. He was like, "We're not even gonna answer that question." He's having some technical difficulties today. Um, I will say that we recently he goes through for several of our clients, and he'll, like, let us know what the top performing campaigns are and what the bottom performing campaigns are, and it's always a mixture of both. And so for a lot of the flows that we have set up, whether that's, like, a post-purchase, abandoned cart, stuff like that, those will be the more stylistic ones, the ones where they'll have the images and it looks like, that whole image as it goes through. But then a lot of more of the campaigns, except for I would say if, like, we're really pushing a promotion or a sale, we might do a mixture of stylized and written. I don't know what if that's what we're calling it, but a lot of the campaigns, in order to just get them up and get them out and to be able to get the point across, they will just be that written one, and they convert well still because you're able to have that deliverability to the inbox. You're able to get your info, and you can still, link your call to action and everything like that. So, I would say, like, if the written emails are working for you and your audience, like, continue with that if that's what's working, and if you wanna test it against a couple of stylized ones and then kind of make that adjustment there.
One thing that this just more like a tips and tricks. There was an email guru that actually I had the same question. I'm like, listen, one, I don't have the creative skills to build out these beautiful emails, nor do I have the time. But I did learn some tricks, and I did send out some completely. It was just all graphics based. But the trick was you have to fill out almost as if you're trying to optimize for SEO the alt text. If you're using Klaviyo, if you're
Mhm.
using that, it basically is reading beyond the image and saying, "Oh, there's actually text here." And so it's going to drive up your deliverability score. And my open rate actually like tripled whenever I started doing that. Before then, it was kind of like, but I'm sure most of it was landing in the spam.
Yeah. Yeah, that alt text helps with because I don't know if they're like a data scraper or AI or however it works. But Eric has talked about before how like all that information is read, especially by like Klaviyo, but also like Google as it's coming into the inbox. They're they put it through their algorithms and systems to determine where in the inbox are we going to go. So it's
Great
more
tip.
than just that
Something
like
I used to know and forgot. We're not filling in the alt text on our emails, but they are mostly text anyway, so we're probably fine. But great point. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
so
something really important when you're doing Amazon as far as your A plus content to make sure you're putting all your keywords and your back end keywords and everything into your alt text. It's not as important as far as the context of it, other than keywords in your alt text within Amazon. So, Chad, are you saying that you use the alt text to more or less tell the story as well, or what that image is? Or are you looking more for keywords to try and get it to
So
land?
what I will do is I will actually take, especially if there's copy on the image, I take that exact copy and put in the alt text.
Okay,
And so that way too, if it doesn't load, it's still telling the story. It's still
right.
exactly, it's just not gonna be formatted, right? But yeah, so I'm taking whatever the copy is on that image and I'm putting that in the alt text. Now, if it's just an image, which rarely is, I'll just describe the image or whatever.
hey Eric.
I'm
Randy, what
guessing
do
if
you mean about Amazon? You talking about it? Does Amazon have fields for alt text on the A plus content?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're missing out on about 500 keywords that you could put in place on different alt text within the A plus content.
Nice.
So go into your A plus, go to edit the image. When you edit the image, it'll give you an option to put in alt text. And there, Amazon is really not concerned about it describing the actual image. It's more of just an alternate place to put keywords for SEO.
Okay. That's really cool. I'm learning stuff today, you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's learned by my amazonguy.com. So
Um, so one other question we've been wondering about, Melissa. So the strategy we've been doing for quite a long time, and it's been diminishing, is creating content, usually one piece a week, driving traffic to that content with calls to action, either to go to Amazon and buy or go to our Shopify store and buy, depending on what we're trying to do. Usually both, right? We're always trying to drive off Amazon traffic to Amazon and also to our store. However, one of the reasons I liked, and bought this course from Devin is I liked the pitch he gave, and I watched his videos and stuff. And this is less, I'd call our old strategy a content strategy, where this is more of a funnel strategy, right? Getting more aggressive, which is something that has never worked for us. I've been selling supplements since 2009, and for good or bad, like I've had tremendous successes and huge blowouts, and
Yeah.
everything in between, right? But right now, the biggest challenge I have in my business is to create working funnels. We've never been able to do it, right?
Really?
So
Yeah.
we're following your course. We're watching carefully. We're learning everything we can, and we're driving traffic to a quiz funnel, which
Mhm.
is exciting. Something we'd never done before. But we watched Devin's training on the seed funnel. That looked really good for what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so questions. So we're kind of newbies into this world. we understand it, but we've never made it work. Okay. So one, like how many funnels typically, and how often do you think we need to build? Like we understand there's a lifespan to these things, right? We don't expect that the funnel we build today is working in 3 years. And so for a small business with a limited budget, what's kind of a realistic expectation? How many should we be building like one a month and testing it out? How many should we have going at a time?
One funnel. Yeah,
One
I think there's a lot that you could do. You could put up a ton of funnels, you could run, but if you're a small business with a small ad budget and you're really just trying to figure out how can we get funnels to work, focus on one. Build out the quiz funnel, test it, see how it's doing. If you need to, you can send like in the school group, go ahead and send me a link to it. I'll look at it and like provide a video feedback if you want. I'll definitely do that.
Great.
And then and then we're trying to figure out where is it not working? Is it not working on the ad section? Is it not working? Like, are we not converting anybody on the landing page? Are we converting people, but we're not keeping them on subscription or whatever that might be? Do we need to fix our emails at the bottom of the funnel? So it's like, let's get one, let's dial it in, and let's try and figure out if it's not working, where is it not working? And then let's tweak, let's try and figure that out. And then after that one's working, it might work for 3 years. It might work for 3 years. So if it is, great. If not, let it run for a bit while you cook up your next plan. And then at that point, then you can have two. But don't keep building new funnels if we can't get one of them to work.
Fine with me. That's easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Send me the link and I'll go through and we'll peep what's going on.
Great. I'll do it right after the call. Thank you.
Sounds good. Eric, just to update you, we talked about text-based versus image-based, and both work, and there's a time and a place for both, and just kind of test and see what works. But if you wanted to elaborate more, I don't know if your internet's going to crash if you try and talk again, is all I'm saying.
Right. I tried my best to shut down a bunch of stuff. Ultimately, yeah. So it really does depend on just your overall email practices. In general, deliverability depends on your overall email practices, not necessarily text versus image. But and then at the end of the day, too, really just how your audience is responding. So if you do consider, if you are wondering if a design forward email would work, it's really gonna at the end of the day be all about testing. I'm definitely a design forward email person, but that's just because of the background I come from and where my bias lands there. But I think there's even that point where an email can be over designed to where like you're spending too much time, energy, effort, and money designing the email of what you're getting out of it too. So that's something where some brands come and they just want a gorgeous email, and that's what they want to match their brand, and it's not always worth the 3 hours it takes to design that email. I hate to say dumb it down, but can we simplify it? Simplify the design if we're going to go in that manner too. So yes, test it, see if it works, if it's something that people are interested in, and then start simple. But if text-based emails are working for you, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And something that we talk a lot about is ugly sometimes can convert better. So it's all about what converts and not what you like. I think when I've built funnels for people and they're like afraid to give me feedback, and I'm like, I have no emotional attachment to the email, to the funnel, to the ads. Like I have no emotional attachment because it's not about what I like or what I think is cute or is the color going to be great. It's like what's going to convert, and we won't know until we test, until we build it out and do some testing and trials. Yep. Cool. All right. Any good questions? I think we're just about time. I think it was good today, you guys. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next week.
No, it was really good. I have one question, and it is regarding an offer. So if we send someone, I am just using kind of the one funnel, sending them to a landing page. On that landing page that I'm building out right now is a single bottle, double bottle, triple bottle. On that single bottle first time person, $5 off, automatically on that landing page. But if they were to go to my PDP, it needs to be the full price, correct? Like I don't want them thinking that, oh, this is always a $5 discount on, every single time you come to the website. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like I want them
Yeah,
to
no,
know this really is a discount.
yeah, it makes sense. There are certain brands that will like push the $5 off first time buyers, everything like that. And then when you go to the site, will they still have the $5 off? I don't personally like that. I
Yeah.
would prefer to see like, oh, you're giving me a deal and I want that deal. And if I don't purchase now, and especially if you have like a timer or like that email, that text that was like, oh, you have to do this by the 13th. I'm like, okay, now I have some urgency in order to get the deal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I'm going to your website and it's $5 off as well,
Right.
why am I gonna buy now? I'll buy in 3 months when I think about it again.
Yeah, because what I'm finding is a lot of my customers are having no problem, especially the first time purchasers, if they're not doing subscribe and save. $44, they're fine with. And that's kind of just where it's been at. But I'm thinking, well, crap, I don't want them to go over to if they leave the page and then come back to my website, it's $49 now. Sorry, you missed out.
Yep.
Hopefully you signed up and got the discount sent to your email address. So
Yeah, and you will get people who will go through and find an old email and see if they can go back to the link to get that $44.
I had
But
one from
otherwise, you're coming back to the
this week
site.
about
Yeah.
I had someone use a 50% off discount day before yesterday, and I was like, "Where did this even come from?" It was a old code that I had out there somewhere.
Code you didn't turn off.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that
And
happens.
sometimes Meta will, if like you don't have these certain toggles toggled off, it'll be like, oh, here's an old code that we found for you.
no, go
You're like,
ahead.
Meta, you're literally killing me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what kills me with codes is, if you don't create single-use codes and set up your software so that it's automatically generating those things, the minute we create a code that anyone can use and then someone has honey on their browser or any of those things, it's just public domain. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, you have all these orders 25% off, 30% off, whatever your great deal was, which you don't mind if that's what the sale is right now. I don't mind. But man, it happens fast.
Yeah.
If it's not a single use code. So we've gotten better at getting our softwares to work together to just give the single use code to people.
Yeah,
That's right.
because otherwise, everybody's looking for that deal, and it's fine if you're like you said, like in a promo or a sales period, but outside of it, you're like, turn it off now.
Yeah.
Everybody scramble. Where's that code coming from? So yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I will leave you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you next week.
Well,
Thanks a
great.
lot. Bye-bye.
Thanks, team. Bye.